learning English vocabulary doesn't have to be boring or repetitive. Many learners believe that improving vocabulary means memorizing long lists of words and definitions, but research shows that enjoyable and interactive learning methods often produce better results. One of the most effective approaches is gamification, which means applying elements of games, such as challenges, points, rewards, levels, and friendly competition, to the learning process. Gamifying vocabulary makes studying more engaging, increases motivation, and helps learners remember new words for a longer period. In today's lesson, we'll explore fun and effective strategies to turn vocabulary learning into an exciting adventure. Let's first understand why games are so effective for learning. When we play games, our brains release dopamine, a chemical associated with motivation, enjoyment, and memory. This positive emotional response makes learning feel rewarding instead of stressful. As a result, learners stay focused for longer periods and are more likely to review vocabulary consistently. Instead of thinking, I have to study, you begin to think, I want to complete the next challenge. One of the simplest vocabulary games is word bingo. Create a bingo card with different English words instead of numbers. As someone reads definitions, synonyms, or example sentences, players identify the correct words on their cards. This activity improves word recognition, listening skills, and quick thinking while making revision enjoyable. Another excellent strategy is using flashcard challenges. Flashcards have long been a favorite learning tool, but you can turn them into a game by setting time limits or earning points for every correct answer. Write the English word on one side and its meaning, pronunciation, or example sentence on the other. Challenge yourself to identify as many words as possible within 2 minutes. Try to beat your previous score each day. Word association games are another enjoyable way to strengthen vocabulary. Start with one word, such as ocean, and quickly think of related words like waves, beach, island, sailing, harbor, and marine. This technique builds connections between words, making it easier for your brain to retrieve them during conversations or writing. A classic favorite is the game Taboo. In this activity, one player describes a word without using certain obvious clues, while the others try to guess it. For example, if the target word is library, you might not be allowed to say books, reading, or study. This forces learners to use synonyms, explanations, and descriptive language, greatly expanding their vocabulary. Another highly effective activity is word puzzles. Crossword puzzles, word searches, anagrams, and jumbled letter games encourage learners to recall spelling, meanings, and word patterns. These puzzles improve concentration while reinforcing vocabulary in a fun and relaxing way. Technology has made vocabulary learning even more exciting through educational apps and online quizzes. Many language learning platforms include levels, achievements, daily streaks, and progress badges that encourage learners to practice consistently. Friendly competition with classmates or friends can also increase motivation and make learning feel like a game rather than a task. Another creative strategy is story-building games. Begin with one vocabulary word and ask each participant to add a sentence using another new word. As the story develops, everyone practices using recently learned vocabulary in meaningful contexts. This activity improves creativity, grammar, and sentence construction while helping learners remember words through storytelling. Role-playing games are also excellent for vocabulary development. Imagine you are ordering food in a restaurant, checking into a hotel, attending a job interview, or shopping at a supermarket. By acting out real-life situations, you naturally practice vocabulary related to travel, business, education, healthcare, and everyday communication. The more realistic the situation, the easier it becomes to remember the words. Another fun challenge is the Word of the Day game. Choose one new English word every morning and try to use it at least 5 times throughout the day. Use it in conversations, text messages, emails, journal entries, or social media posts. The more frequently you use a word, the more naturally it becomes part of your active vocabulary. For learners studying with friends, vocabulary competitions can be highly motivating. You might organize weekly quizzes, spelling contests, synonym challenges, or sentence building competitions. Rewarding small achievements with points, certificates, or simple prizes adds excitement and encourages consistent practice. Visual learners often enjoy picture vocabulary games. Instead of reading definitions, look at an image and describe it using as many advanced English words as possible. For example, describe a beach using words like serene, crystal clear, picturesque, breathtaking, and tranquil. This method combines vocabulary with observation and imagination. Another enjoyable activity is creating your own vocabulary board game. Design a simple game where players move around a board by answering vocabulary questions, giving synonyms, completing sentences, or explaining word meanings. This approach transforms revision sessions into entertaining group activities. Music can also become part of vocabulary learning. Listen to English songs, identify unfamiliar words, and challenge yourself to explain their meanings. Similarly, watching English movies, television shows, and YouTube videos can become interactive games by pausing after hearing a new word and guessing its meaning before checking a dictionary. An important part of gamification is setting personal goals and celebrating progress. For example, challenge yourself to learn 10 new words each week or complete a 30-day vocabulary challenge. Every milestone you reach provides motivation to continue learning. Small rewards, such as watching your favorite movie or enjoying a special treat after achieving your goal, make the learning process even more enjoyable. The key to successful gamification is consistency. Playing vocabulary games for 15 or 20 minutes every day is often more effective than studying for several hours once a week. Short, enjoyable practice sessions reduce stress, improve concentration, and help vocabulary move into long-term memory. In conclusion, gamifying vocabulary transforms language learning from a routine task into an exciting experience. Activities such as word bingo, flashcard challenges, word association, taboo, crossword puzzles, story-building games, role-playing, word of the day, picture descriptions, and friendly competitions make learning enjoyable while improving memory and confidence. By combining fun with regular practice, you'll build a stronger vocabulary, improve your communication skills, and enjoy the journey of learning English. If you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more English vocabulary lessons, language learning strategies, grammar tips, and speaking practice. Comment below with your favorite vocabulary game or share a fun learning technique that works for you. Keep learning, keep playing, and keep growing your English vocabulary. See you in the next lesson.